The Global Council for Tolerance and Peace was launched at a major official ceremony held at the Mediterranean Conference Center in Malta, at the joint invitation of the United Nations Population Fund, the Government of Malta, and GCTP. The ceremony was attended by the Prime Minister of Malta, a number of ministers of foreign affairs, education, youth, and culture from several countries, representatives of UN, host of ambassadors, heads of international organizations, universities, and media.
Our world today is facing new challenges that exceeds our imaginations in terms of scales, speed, and power. Our collective conscience as a group of people gathered here today urge us to move up to higher ground. We have to draw new strategy. We have to build a strong global partnership. And we are here today for that reason. We are here to launch this global endeavor, the Global Council for Tolerance and Peace.
It began with a documentary film that included a speech by United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres, warning that our world faces many great challenges: conflicts, inequality, deadly intolerance, and security threats, including nuclear weapons. We have the tools and the will to overcome these challenges. Guterres said, "How can we help millions of people suffering from large-scale wars and prospects, almost never-ending? There is no winner in these wars. Everyone loses, especially that the new global terrorist threat affects us all and destabilizes the stability. Let us put peace first. Let peace always be our goal and guide." The danger of terrorism, fanaticism, hatred, racism, ethnic cleansing, sectarian and racial extremism is increasing and growing like cancer, said Ahmed bin Mohammed Al-Jarwan, the president of the Global Council for Tolerance and Peace. The council signed a memorandum of understanding with the United Nations Population Fund for cooperation and the building of international partnerships. The council is composed of eminent international figures who maintain a sound reputation and experience in areas related to peace and tolerance. The Global Council for Tolerance and Peace launched its General Assembly and organized a high-level side panel event in the UN headquarters in New York between the dates 12th and 13th of September 2019. The GCTP delegation had several bilateral meetings with representatives of several UN organizations. After the launching of the GCTP General Assembly in the presence of several dozen participants, diplomats, UN representatives, university leaders, and civil society organizations, the high-level side event, Best Practices in the Promotion of Tolerance Around the Globe, witnessed speeches by the esteemed members of the GCTP delegation, followed by a panel discussion at the premises of the UN headquarters. The high-level side event was convened on the sidelines of the United Nations High-Level Forum on the Culture of Peace and was co-sponsored by the permanent missions to the UN of Argentina, Malta, Senegal, and the United Arab Emirates.
يطيب لي أن أتحدث إليكم اليوم في هذا اليوم التاريخي.
The event was opened by a speech by the president of the GCTP, His Excellency Ahmed Al-Jarwan, who pointed out that the international community is in dire need today to intensify global efforts to spread the culture of tolerance and values of peace worldwide and focus on promoting dialogue, understanding, tolerance, and acceptance between communities. The panel event, which followed the speeches, represented a platform for the participants to discuss best practices in spreading and raising the culture of tolerance and values of peace around the globe. The objectives of the panel discussion were spreading awareness of the need to build inclusive and tolerant societies, discussing the challenges to international cooperation to promote the values of tolerance and acceptance of others between communities, and highlighted the importance of media, information, and communication technology and educational institutions in this area. The president of the GCTP, along with the president of the IPTP, the president of the Inter-Parliamentary Union, diplomats of countries, representatives of universities, and civil society organizations signed the Declaration of the General Assembly of the GCTP. The Declaration of the General Assembly is a momentous step for the organization, as the signees and the witnesses officially took a step in reaffirming the values of tolerance and peace at all levels in the local and global communities to work towards creating a world of peace in the time when acts of violence, terrorism, racism, marginalization, intolerance, and discrimination are increasingly growing.